Hi everyone, this is Veronica. Today we are going to talk about very important topic regarding UPSC. Basically, this is an opinion-based topic that in recent results we have seen that regional language aspirants find themselves at a disadvantage in civil service exam. We don't see much ranks from the regional language or from the people from the Hindi background. So we'll discuss this in detail. For my video updates, you can follow me on Instagram and Facebook. This is the channel StudyIQ. If you're preparing for any government exam, our pen drive and tablet courses are also available. For additional information, you can call on these numbers or you can visit our website too. The PDF of this particular lecture will be available on our website in both the languages, Hindi and English. Now, before starting why it is in news, let me tell you what is the relevance of this topic. It could be asked in your interviews. There could be an essay on it. Otherwise, you should have a firm opinion. What are the problems faced by the youth in this country? And this is one of the problem from the people, for the people from regional background who uses regional languages to write their exam, or who uses Hindi as a medium to write exams. Now see, students who are taking exams in Hindi or other regional languages, they seem to be lagging behind both in rankings. There are low ranks also, and even the overall selections in the UPSC are very low. And this was also evident in the results which are recently announced last week in 2018. Very less percentage of people have been selected from such background. Now see, civil services still remain the most sought after services if number of candidates taking the exam is an indicator. But what is bothering everyone here is that the students who are taking exams in Hindi and other regional languages, they seem to be lagging behind in both the things as I told you. Now this is recently evident also. Now we'll try to see what are the reasons for such candidates. So here I have just point down few of the reasons. First is study material, that there is lack of availability of good study material and even coaching institutes. There are not many coaching institutes which train you in Hindi and they provide you material, each and everything in Hindi. You can find lot of material in English. That is very evident in the market. But when there comes the matter of regional languages, like suppose if somebody is writing in Marathi, Punjabi, you are not able to find much of the coaching institutes or even the material, and same goes for the Hindi medium students also. There is lack of availability of particular study materials. Next thing which has been noticed is paper patterns. Now what happens, suppose if you are reading a newspaper, you have to read it in English. There are very less good newspapers which comes in Hindi languages. Like, not good newspaper, every newspaper is good, but what I mean, what is relevant for exam purpose. The Hindu people read Indian Express, but you cannot find them in Hindi, right? So that is one of the problem. When the paper pattern is decided, it is usually favoring the English medium students. Not that they are not doing it deliberately, but it comes out in a way that it favors the English medium students because they have lot of resources, they have newspapers. So pattern is set according which is more of the benefit to the English medium students. Now there are too many challenges for the students who give exam in other languages other than English. Not only is the question paper made keeping English newspapers in mind, but also papers in regional and local languages fall short of editorial content. That is the main thing. And next thing is, even which is doubted, is evaluators' lack of proficiency in these languages, right? So according to the various data, now we'll talk about the data which shows us these things, that yes, they exist. We need to look at them also. Now see, this is the data from UPSC 2016, where total of 15,107 students appeared in general studies subject in civil services main examination, and out of this only 1,318 students took the exam in Hindi, while 135 took in Gujarati, 87 took in Marathi, and on the other hand, only 5 students took the exam in Punjabi, while there were no takers of Sanskrit. And some recent other data in the same light, while students took CSE in Hindi accounted for nearly 17% in 2013, it stood 2.11% in 2014, then 4.28% in 2015, 3.45% in 2016, 4.06% in 2017, and of the 2018 recruits who finished the 15-week foundation course last month, 2.16% took the CSC in Hindi. So even you have seen after the pattern change in 2011 when they introduced CSAT, initially CSAT was also mandatory, but then Hindi medium students and various other students from the non-science background, they said that it would be very difficult for them to take it as a compulsory paper. Then it was shifted to qualifying, as today it is a qualifying paper, right? So there are many protests on or off we see from the students, coming from the students from Hindi medium and regional background, regional languages background, that they are not comfortable with certain things which should be translated properly for them also. Now we have to talk about a way forward here also, because way forward is important, because today if you people are watching this video, you're going to be officers, you're going to be in the system. So what will you do? If you don't understand the problem clearly, you won't be able to bring much of the change. So if somebody asks you what could be the way forward, so first of all we have to see it positively, that yes, UPSC is taking various steps, government is taking various steps. For example, this year only in the mains examination, various students told us that while filling up their forms, there was option that, like, if you want to take your GS in one particular language, or then you're optional in Hindi or in any other language, it was also allowed. So yes, UPSC is not trying to leave the other students aside, but they're trying to inculcate such things that regional background students, regional languages background students are also benefited, as well as Hindi medium students should be benefited. So such steps are on and off taken by the UPSC to make Hindi and other regional languages more inclusive. Next thing is what I feel is technology. Now see, when I talk about the bank exams, there are a lot of students who give bank exams and they're all computerized. So for prelims at least, we can do these things for the students where the particular sentence in English is easily converted, translated into the other medium. But there is a problem too, which in problems and reasons I should have talked about. That problem is when, if you use Google Translator, if any one of you has used Google Translator, then what happens when you put a particular sentence in English there and you translate it into Hindi, the relevance of that sentence is lost, because they are not so, such systems are not so efficient in translating the languages. So however, still we can use a better technology to mitigate this problem also, the translation problem also. But these things could be done, these are possible things. And rest, there will be suggestions from our side. First, obviously we cannot deny that we cannot exclude Hindi out of the process. We need to include the regional languages and Hindi into the process. Steps should be taken by government in various policy reforms and as well by rules by the UPSC also. But there is one thing that I would like to suggest to the Hindi medium students, or if somebody asks you, you can make an opinion also. Self-confidence is very important. Like if you are selected in IFS after the services, you have to learn the languages of the country you will be posted in. Like if you may need to learn Arabic, you may need to learn any other language. So mind is all what is a hindrance for us. So basic English is very important. We all should understand basic English, because I have personally seen many aspirants whose background was Hindi. They have attended government schools, Hindi medium schools, but today if I talk about their English, let me tell you, nobody can speak such an English as they speak. So everything could be learned, because we all have learned languages. Like we learned Hindi, we learned English, we learned many other languages. Similarly, English could be learned. But definitely there's a lot of disadvantage these years, because we run away from our regional languages. We speak in Hindi, that too not pure Hindi, that is Hindustani, what we say, mixture of Hindi and Urdu. We don't speak pure Hindi, we don't speak pure Urdu. But English is something that is globalized and we need to learn, because it will help us. Because until these steps are taken by UPSC or by coaching institutes, that they start such kind of coachings and giving material in Hindi, it will take a lot of time, and a lot of people will waste their time waiting for the things to change. So if the things are not changing, we have to change ourselves. We should learn English so that it is easy to translate, like when I have to write something in Hindi, I would convert it in my own languages, whether it is Hindi or the original background language, so it could help me in exam. So this is a suggestion for the students who feel demotivated because of such practices, that Hindi or other regional languages are not so much inclusive in the system. But yes, government is trying. And in the comment section, I would like to ask you about what do you think about this problem and how it could be mitigated, what particular challenges are there, what opportunities are there, and what we can do in system and outside system for such students. So this is all about today's lecture. If you have any query, you can contact me. Thank you.